Alright. We're back on console for today. Unfortunately. I wish I had MK9 on PC, but I don't even know if you can really buy it from anywhere right now for PC. I had to re-buy it just for Xbox when I did the playthrough a while back, but yeah. We're on MK9 right now for tonight. I don't think this will be too long of a stream, because we're... Like, this is a big roster, but... Thankfully, unlike the games of the 3D era, they have a trait, like we have a trading mode where you can do the infinite super like before, but now we have a fatality practice, so we can just streamline these fatalities. We don't have to spend time setting the AI to a lower health and all that jazz. We can just cut right to it. So first we're going to go through X-ray, since that'll kind of be like a faster process, just going kind of back and forth. And I think we can actually cut two characters out at one time with that, so...
Scorpion.
Actually, even better. We can run the classic costumes. Oh, hello, Diamond Ghost Lion. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you so much for the immediate follow. Thank you.
Scorpion.
I really do appreciate that.
Sub-Zero.
We'll put them on their MK1 outfits. Why not? We'll run some of the classic outfits when we can. I need to... Ghost falls over here. Alright, so we're gonna look at the X-rays first. This was the first game in the Mortal Kombat series to actually have, I guess, a super move for every character. Kind of like your traditional fighting game, every character has like a kind of cinematic super. This game kind of goes a step further and implements an X-ray feature where you see the bones break. And they would kind of go with this feature for a lot longer. But, we'll go ahead and start. We'll start with Scorpions. All of them have a... What's interesting is this game... They're a bit different in that usually super moves in games have a splash screen, which is like you see the character like charge up and it focuses on that fighter for a second and then goes into it. Mortal Kombat, at least for the first few games where they had supers, did not have that. You can just combo right into the move straight up. There is no like big cinematic moment, which is kind of interesting. Let's go ahead and start with Scorpion. How do I pick different costumes? You just press select? Yeah, select when you pick your character. And you can go through your different costumes. And since I had the complete edition, that's the version I got for MK9. It has all the classic costumes that they put into it. So that was Scorpions. I think Scorpions and Sub-Zeros are kind of the most dull because, if I remember, because they are like the two main characters. So... Oh, how do you... I forget how you take control of the AI. I know you can, right? Oh, here we go. Record and playback. Yeah, there we go. No, that's not... How do you... I have never used... Like... Do I have to actually pick a different character? I mean, we can just go to player select and it's not a big deal. Because we can just go right to it pretty quickly. I thought you could control the AI, or the other character. Unless that wasn't a thing in this one. I've never used the, Huh. I guess not? Alright, we can just go player select, it's fine. We see all the Scorpion costumes? Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll pick Scorpion then for, Here, we'll...
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero. See, I'll try and show off all the costumes I can.
Scorpion.
We'll do costume 2. That's his alt costume. Much more Scorpion-esque. Super on. Also, I actually really like this MK3 outfit for Sub-Zero. It's actually really cool. Alright, so Sub-Zero's. I think his is a bit more the same. Can you put it in this one? You can hold it in this one. I'd say his is better than Scorpion's because he actually kind of uses his powers. Like, Scorpion's teleport is like the start of his, but you don't really see him do much of like Scorpion stuff. Sub-Zero kind of freezes in your stomach. I could probably do him a few times to show him off. He does a similar thing in Mortal Kombat X as well. I remember he does do a similar style attack in Mortal Kombat X, where he, like, jams his hand to your stomach and breaks your stomach. Alright, move on to Liu Kang now.
Liu Kang.
Oh, he only has the MK1. Okay, we'll just do default Scorpion then. Liu Kang. I'm pretty sure his actually does his classic fatality. Yep. I think you can combo off that too. If I remember his kick. Okay, well, I didn't do the right kick, I think. Was it? That's what it was. But yeah, I think you can actually do like a bit of a combo after that, which is cool. And I mean, it's a throwback to his classic fatality and actually does it in a pretty cool way, so... It's not a bad one. Actually, that's not too bad.
Kung Lao. Sub-Zero.
We can just go all over the board and I can show off as many costumes as possible here. I think we have enough characters to be able to do it. Kung Lao. Yep. So let's see what his is. Okay, so he really fucks up your neck. I will say the spin into the grab is pretty cool. I actually like the spin into like the grab. I think it's actually really cool. I mean, I don't know much about Kung Lao. The Shaolin characters I don't really pay too much attention to, so there could be more to that that is specific to Kung Lao that I don't know about. I mean, it's a cool one. I always like when they kind of do things that are like very specific to like the character. That'll always kind of be my go-to in terms of how much I like these the X-rays and also like fatalities as well.
Ermac.
Do MK1 Ermac, why not? I think Sindel is like a kind of fucked up one. Oh. Yep. Sindel's starting a trend that we would see much more later on, where characters just really love to attack the groin. What's funny, I don't even think that's like the most painful hit. Like, that's painful, I think this is worse. Like, snapping the knee down like that, I think it actually feels like it would hurt worse.
Ermac. Reptile.
See Noob Saibot? We'll get to, I'm just going down the list on the X-rays. We'll do the same thing on fatalities. So we will get to everybody. Thanks, Scott. Good God. I mean, I definitely it's cool because it is something only really Ermac can do. God, the snap sounds of everything in this game. The like snapping sounds on the X-rays hurt. Like that kind of makes me wince the most. All right.
Reptile. Katana.
Yeah, we'll get to Noob Saibot. We will get to everybody. We will make sure to look at everybody fully. I forgot, like, Reptile is like a really weird walk thing in this game. Alright. Oh, it's something we can hold. Yes, even Freddy Krueger. Oh, that's right, yes, some of them have 3. I forgot Reptiles was a 3 action one. Yeah, some of them have 3 moves that hit, as opposed to 2. And you can... Oh, never mind, I thought you could hold it. I mean, the eye poke is pretty gruesome, and I think he does a similar thing. Once again, I think he does, like, a very similar moves in MKX. They kind of just take this X-ray and make it better in MKX. But it's still pretty gruesome. It's kind of a feral one, which makes sense for Reptile, because he's kind of a feral character. He's kind of like, you know, he's an actual lizard, so.
Katana. Johnny Cage.
Oh, I'm remembering Johnny Cage's as a parry, so when we get to his, we have to make sure to parry it. We'll have to like set the AI to do like a wake up or something. Alright, Katana. That's not too bad. It's cool that it's a ranged attack, so you can probably combo into pretty easy. Do I have Kratos? No, I am doing this on Xbox, so I unfortunately do not have access to Kratos. I wish I did. I would love to see like what his are. I think I've seen them before, and they're pretty cool, but I wish we could see them. You can full screen that. I mean, that is specifically Katana. Like, only Katana can really do that, so that's cool. Again, I'll be more inclined to like them if it's something like just that
Johnny
character
Cage.
is known for.
Katana.
It does a good job just showing off what Katana does best, which is teleports and fans. I need to set the AI to... Yeah, do a wake-up attack. That probably would help. Yeah. So hang on. If I knock him down... Yep, okay, cool. There we go. I mean, there's... I thought you could, like, do, like, his, no, that's MKX you can do his kick after. I mean, if they're gonna give Johnny an X-ray move, this is very fitting. The triple nut punch, followed by just slamming you in the back. That is a pretty good one. I'd say it's a pretty fucking good one for Johnny. Alright. Jade?
Jade. Melina.
So I'm trying to remember what Jade's actually is in this game. I don't really remember a lot of these supers, I'm gonna be honest. MK9, I don't remember too much. Oh, is hers a command grab?
Too easy.
I mean, that was quick, but it was like pretty to the point. I did not waste time on that.
Too easy.
It's a good use of like the pole. And it's a good use of like her pole weapon. That's not bad. She only has the MK3. Oh yeah, she has
Melina.
Melina does have 3 costumes.
Jade.
Can't say their third one's a great one. All the horny players that really want to see Melina like this, I guess.
Don't be mad.
I feel like it would have been better if she like ended that with like a bite or something. I feel like just to end that with like a kick to the face or a knee to the face feels weird for Melina. Like, this is cool. I feel like that's a bit weak though. Like they make good use of half of her gimmick, but not like the full of her gimmick, you know? Also, her starting it with just like a punch and not like a special or something. Like Kung Lao spins into his, you know, like Ermac like lifts you up with his. I feel like it'd be better if Melina's like she did like the telekick or something like she does in 10.
Nightwolf.
Did we look at? Oh, yeah, I don't think we looked at Jade's ult.
Jade.
She got Nightwolf. Oh, yours is very short range. Okay. What is with... Why does, like... It's not NetherRealm specific, because it's even happened in the 3D games. We saw it with, like, his fatalities. Why do they disrespect Nightwolf with some of the more lackluster, like, super moves? And, like, finishers? Like, again, the start of this is cool, and it looks like it's setting up something really cool. With, like, the access to the back, and then he just kicks him. Like, Nightwolf has so much else he can use, like his arrows, his knives, his beam, like the beam of lights, the lightning and all that, like... It just feels weird that they don't utilize any of that. And just have him do a straight kick to the back. Like, it just feels kind of wasteful.
Cyrax.
Cyrax. Maybe we need to look at his
Melina.
ult. I forgot it's kind of like her like deception outfit. Alright. I know Cyrax has a pretty fucking cool super, because I do remember it, because I tried playing him a little bit ago. That's just fucking cool. I understand, like, I kind of complain, like, oh, they don't use, like, their gimmicks, and all he really Cyrax does here is, like, the teleport, when you could use, like, bombs, the net, or something like the buzzsaw. But I think this was a good job of, like, kind of using more, like, wrestling moves, but adapting them for Cyrax, like, making it so it's, like, it makes sense that Cyrax does it. You know? Him disassembling and then reforming behind you in the air is pretty fucking cool as well. I kind of give his a pass for not really using, like, his more gimmicky items like the bombs. Because that's just fucking cool. Alright. Let's do Noob Saibot now. Oh wait, I think if I...
Noob Saibot.
I'm gonna use his alt colors because I think you can do this. You can do the thing where you can have like smoke as your shadow. Oh yeah, oh yeah, his alt costume was human Cyrax, which I think actually changed some of his moves. I know Noob Saibot's a pretty good super, and also very disgusting. Yeah, it's smoke. It's so cool. Making you throw up on his fucking leg is just kind of disgusting. And, like, the only thing specific to him, obviously, is just the, like, having Saibot hold you down, or I guess in this case, human smoke, which is really fucking cool. I know it's, like, supposedly a bug with, like, this costume, where if you pick the alt colors, it's not supposed to show human smoke, but it does. I think it's a cool little reference to, like, Deception, when him and Smoke were paired up. But I mean, like, it's an interesting, like, little, like, tag team super. Just the throw up at the end is just disgusting. Noob Saibot looks like the Phantasm in the movie Pet Mask. Noob Saibot does look really fucking cool in this game. I think this is still his, like, best look. MK11, he still looks cool. But I think this is, like, his best look. The white eyes, the really, like, the hood, the mask. They, like, perfected his design here, and I wish this was a costume in MK11. I love the classic costume in MK11. I wish this was one of them, though. It's so damn cool.
Smoke.
I forgot, Smoke has MK2 and not MK3.
Noob Saibot.
Despite MK3 being the game he was introduced in. Alright. If I remember Smokes properly, it's one of my... I kind of have a soft spot for this X-Ray, despite it literally, like, being the antithesis of, like, what I hate about some of the X-Rays in this game, where they're not character-specific. Smokes is not specific at all. I don't know why. I just love the movement of it.
Stay down.
Like, nothing about that is Smoke at all, because he's literally just hitting you with a German suplex and kicking you in the face. But watching Smoke do a teleport punch into your stomach to then flip around and hit you with a German suplex all moves so fluidly, and I just kind of like it. I still think it could be way better, but I do love the fluid motion of it all. Oh, and you can hold it too. Yeah, it just flows really well.
Stay down.
I think that this, again, it's kind of like with Cyrax, where it's like, yeah, it's not specific to Smoke. It could be better, could utilize more of his tools, but I think they do it in a good enough way that it looks really good. Like, it still looks cool, despite it being generic.
Sector.
Time for Sector.
Smoke.
Also, bring back Smoke's anime hair. Bring back the flowy Smoke hair. It's so cool. If I remember, I think Sector also has a... Sector's, I think, actually has a really good X-Ray. Oh, this might be a range one. I mean, that's pretty fucking cool. That's a pretty damn good one. That's a good way to utilize what the character does. Because I think he does everything he actually... Like, besides, like, the flamethrower, he pretty much hits you with everything he's got. Because I think this starter is a missile. I think I can do it from back here. But, like, the missile into the teleport, into hitting you with, like, his gauntlet. Like, he might have the quintessential, like, best X-ray, because it just is a good way... It flows well, and it's a good way of showing off exactly what the character can do. And it's the character pulling out their entire arsenal to hit you with everything they got. Like, that's what an X-ray This is what an X-ray should be. This is what a super move should be in general. The character just utilizing whatever they have. Oh, fucking Sonya.
Sonya. Sector.
Fucking Sonya Blade. I think hers is actually pretty good too, because I mean, like Sonya doesn't like Sonya mostly has like her arm gauntlets and her command grab, so I think this is a good way to do that. Oh yeah, she like does a whole combo into it. It sounded like glass shattering when she breaks when your back breaks at the end. Like, we're gonna do it again. It just kind of sounded like glass breaking. I forgot she has like a whole combo in it. I think she's cool. I think hers feels the most like just like a combo. Like, it feels like she's not really doing a super, but she's just doing like a combo with like more cinematic to it. Which that's actually pretty cool. Alright.
Jax.
Good old Jax.
Kano.
Okay. What you got, Jax?
How you like that?
That did a lot of fucking damage. I've kind of been like loosely paying attention to like the damage that their X-rays have been doing. Jax's does a lot of fucking damage. It's also a command grab.
How you like that?
Which that's not a lot of them are command grabs. So not only does it do a lot of damage, it's quick. Like, it's very like short and sweet. But it's, I mean, it's Jax, he's a grappler. He's all about big damage, big punches. I think that him just doing, like, kind of two basic, like, wrestling moves is pretty fitting for him. Because, I mean, besides, like, his ground pounds and stuff, like, what more is Jax going to do besides beat the shit out of you with his fists very hard? Like, that's kind of just what Jax does.
Kano. Striker.
Oh, I forgot. Striker's... no, okay. I said Sector's was the best. We got Striker coming up. I think he actually is the best. We got Kano's first. No SMG as he goes all... Yeah, unfortunately, Jax does not have the all yeah in this game. God, if only. We're not as lucky. I think Kano's is also... It is. It is a... Wow. There's a lot.
No charge.
His also does 40... So him and Jax do really good damage, but they're command grabs. But Kano's is way slower. Like, he winds up on that grab. Like, that, that's when you just throw out. So he Ace Ventura's you, and just kicks you in the face. I think the knives in the leg is cool. I think instead of just kicking you in the face, if he just, like... Because he's got the eye laser, he could have used that. I think if you used the eye laser instead for the ender, that would have been perfect. That would have been, like, absolutely perfect for Kano, because that would have done everything he does.
Striker.
Fucking Striker,
Shang
man.
Tsung.
I suppose if we're gonna have Old Man Shang, yeah, we're gonna beat up Old Man Shang. Alright, I'm just throwing it out there, Striker's is the best X-ray in the game, don't even at me. You can't beat this. Sector's was good, this is just better. You can't beat that. Like, this is the best, like showcase of why Striker, I think, is kind of, like... Why Striker is enjoyed by a lot of people, because he's just a dude. When everyone... Like, you have, like, wizards, like, sorcerers. You got, like, hell demons and all this. And Striker's just a cop. But he shows why people like him. Him just pulling out the whole arsenal of weapons to kick your ass. And seemingly kind of getting frustrated when he won't go down. Like, every hit he looks frustrated. Like, he just keeps pulling something out, hitting me with you, and throwing it away. Like, why won't you go down? I'd say he's John Cena if it wasn't for Peacemaker and MK1. I don't know if I said this on stream. I made this point, I think, to some friends. Give Peacemaker a Striker, like a classic, like MK9 Striker skin in Mortal Kombat 1, and I will play him day one, and I will main him. I don't care if it does not fit at all, if it makes no sense. Just because it's John Cena, because he uses guns. He uses, like, you know, knives and stuff. I feel like he'd be perfect to just give a Striker skin to, for no reason. Also, we're watching this one more time, so I love it. The sounds are pretty good, too.
Busted.
He just has the best X-ray. There is no contest. Striker just wins for best X-ray.
Baraka.
You cannot compete. Alright. What you got, Shang Tsung?
Yes.
You know, I would kind of complain about the knee to the face, like I have been. Like, the kind of generic kick at the end, like the knee at the end. Because the opener's cool. Him literally stealing your soul like this is cool. I'd be more upset with the knee to the face if I didn't kind of understand why. Because a lot of other Shang Tsung, like, specific moves are kind of ranged attacks. So the fact he, like, brings you in close, it kind of makes sense for him to just, like, push you away with, like, a punch or something. Or, like, a kick. So I don't actually hate that ender as much as I probably should. Like, he steals your soul so hard, it cracks your ribs. That's pretty cool.
Cabal.
I don't actually remember Baraka's super in this game. I think I kind of do, but not as much. Oh, yeah. I feel like I found the counterpoint to my theory of, like, as long as it does what the character can do, I don't mind it. I'd say this is actually really boring. Because I think there's so much that Baraka could do with his knife arms. Like his wrist blades. The fact that the only thing he is doing is just stabbing you in the face with it, and there's not much else to it, is kind of boring. Like, yeah, it uses what Baraka has, but I don't think it uses it, like, in a good way.
Cabal. Raiden.
Oh, I think I remember Cabal's in this game. Cabal's is good. I'm, like, slowly remembering him. Oh, yeah, this is, like, Dark Raiden, who you only see for one cutscene. Can I just say, Raiden getting an alternate skin in this game that is literally based on the opening cutscene from Armageddon and nothing else, and that's the only reason he has this skin, is kind of funny. Like, he never wears this skin throughout the entire story except for the cutscene from Armageddon. I mean, yeah, that's pretty good. I think this is another top one. Just absolutely obliterating your shins. Yeah, just obliterating your shins is pretty good. And then he throws the hook swords in there for the ender. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good one for Cabal. That's kind of like, that's what you want from Cabal. The Nomad Dash and the hook swords.
Raiden. Shiva.
Alright. Oh, I think this is before Raiden had good supers. MKX is when they started going crazy with Raiden's super moves. So I think this is This one might not be as good as like his later one. You know, it's okay. I mean, the chop to the face is pretty cool. Because I feel like you don't really see that as like a way to break somebody's face. It's just straight chopping them. But I mean, like, you can do more with lightning on that. But again, this was the first. I feel like I can't, like, shit on these too much. This is the first game to do X-rays. So, like, if they're kind of lackluster, it kind of makes sense. Is Shiva? I think Shiva's is unblockable. It's like a ground stomp. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's Shiva. It's cool that it does, like, the ground pound to go into it. It's okay. I don't think there's too much more you could give Shiva to really make her stand out. I think they kind of solved that issue. Like, I think Goro's X-Ray and MKX is better than Shiva's, but I think it still is the issue of, like, what more can you give the Shokans for an X-Ray without it just basically being them beating the shit out of you? Because that's kind of what they do. Let's try this too. Why did I think Cyber Sub-Zero had more costumes? Right. I think Quan Chi's pretty good. Oh yeah. Alright, that's pretty good. Him headbutting you with somebody else's skull is pretty cool, and then the neck twist is, like, the mind-controlled neck twist is pretty good. That's a pretty good use of his abilities. That's a pretty good one, yeah. Well, me actually liking something from Quan Chi, what a shocker.
Sub-Zero.
We're getting towards the end of the X-rays here. Isn't... Yeah, it's Ariel, I think. Alright. I mean, the ice sword is pretty cool. Him smack you in the face with the ice ball is pretty cool as well. You know, I think my only complaint with this is it kind of holds a bit too long on some of the shots. Like, the ice sword and the ice ball are really cool. I think they're really good hits. I just think it takes too long to kind of get to the point. Like, it sticks around for just a bit too long. But other than that, that's not a bad one.
Scarlet. Kenshi.
Okay. Let's see what Kenshi's got. Or Scarlet, sorry, we're on Scarlet, not Kenshi. Is that a range one? Oh, it's a... What the hell? Ooh. Well, hers might do the least amount of damage we've seen so far for an X-Ray, like 27. I mean, I guess the heal to the eye is pretty cool, but... Like, the palming your nose is cool, and I feel like the heal in the eye is also cool, but I feel like we're kind of missing more there. Like, what part about that is really just Scarlet? Like, what are you two doing over there? Dogs are fighting right now. They're going crazy.
Kenshi. Rain.
See what Kenshi's got. Alright, Kenshi, what do you got, man? Okay. Oh my god, his is a full screen. Hold on. Give me 1 second, I will. Yeah, dogs are doing dog things. What are you guys doing? Hey, 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 hey! What are we doing, guys? Stop. Hey. You want your bone, bud? You want your bone? Oh, there you go. Why don't you play with that for a little bit, okay? There you go. Good boy. Yeah, dogs are being dogs. Hey, no, no, no. We're not fighting. Sorry. We're not fighting. You got your bone. There you go. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, we'll go ahead and take a look at this again. I didn't really get a chance to, like... I mean, he slices your whole fucking upper half with that sword. That is pretty cool. He is the blind swordsman, so I expect him to do things with his sword. That's not bad. Maybe could have like seen a bit more like telekinesis there, since that's kind of a shtick.
Freddy
I think
Krueger.
that's, for what it is, that's not bad. Clean my glasses. And the dogs got kind of close to my glasses and it smudged it a little, and they smudged on it a little bit. He did do things to his sword, and that resulted in Takeda. Yeah. Yep. Kenshi did things with his sword, then that's why we have Takeda. Maybe a little too blind of a swordsman. Maybe you should have sheathed that thing once in a while. Alright. Rain. What do you got on now? That's cool that it does like the super kick. I wonder if you can combo off that. That is cool though. He ends in the super kick. How much score bother? That is actually that's not a bad one. The like opener move where he just pushes water from the ground to hit you is a little interesting. I feel like they could have done like lightning or something cooler on that. But I think the hits themselves are pretty cool. If albeit not fully like utilizing rain. It's another one that like it's like smoke where
Freddy Krueger.
there's more that could have been done.
Scorpion.
But I kind of give it a pass because it all flows really well. Alright. What you got, Fredward Krueger? I mean, it's a good utilization of the gloves. But I mean, we could have seen a little... Like, he's got fire and stuff in this game, too. The roundhouse kick is all rain. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, the roundhouse kick ender is really... That's, like, probably my favorite part. And I do like the arm break. I think it all flows really well. I would just like to see, like, a bit more, like, use of, like, water. Besides in just, like, the opening move. Maybe, like, some of the lightning or some other, like the water ball or something. Just more, like, rain-specific stuff. The roundhouse ender is pretty good, though. I think that's like, the best way you can end his, X-ray. Hang on. I want to do that one more time. Do you hear their heartbeat when he stabs into him? You do? Okay. I don't know if we've seen that with other X-rays. I might have to, like, say this one's better than it actually is because of... When he stabs him in the chest, you can hear their heart beating. That's a really cool detail. I don't know if that was in other ones, but that is a nice touch. Again, I would like to have seen more of just, like... Like, obviously, Freddy's whole thing is the gloves, and that's a good use of the gloves, is to do, like, some slashing and stuff. But maybe, like, a nod to, like, the movies or something. But I guess... I know his fatalities have nods to the movies, so it's not too big of a deal. Alright, now we can do the fatality tutorial, and we can start looking at some fatalities.
Scorpion.
Now, obviously, we gotta do Scorpion against Sub-Zero. That just makes the most sense. Okay.
Finish him.
There we go. Thank God for this, by the way. I'm not gonna lie to you, that little, like, the way the head drops, I know it's supposed to be like a cool, like, holy shit moment. That kind of ruins the fatality to me. It's such a goofy, like, little squish when it hits the ground. Like, it doesn't sound, like, threatening. It's not a terrible fatality, but I think anyone could do it. And I think that's kind of proven, because I think in promo material, Quan Chi was literally doing this fatality. If that's kind of any, like, example of how kind of generic this fatality is. Anyone could do this with a sword. Alright, let's look at the second one.
Finish.
Let me actually look this one up. Also, I'll just be doing fatalities. I won't be doing, like... We'll do fatalities in the stage fatals, but we won't do, like, babalities, because that's just, like, a little extra, like... We're just here to look at how the fatalities have kind of evolved. So, same thing. Back forward, back A. Back forward, back A. See, that's much better. Because that is Scorpion through and through. That is a pretty good Scorpion fatality. It would have been kind of cool if, like, something else happened at the end. Him just kind of holding you is a little weird. But that is a pretty good fucking that is a pretty damn good Scorpion fatality. Alright, what we gotta do is... The Scorpion does have his classic Toasty in this game. So, of course, we have to do that. Down, up, up, Y. It's a pretty good update on the classic one. Definitely more gruesome. Are they still wiggling around there? Oh god. They're still moving there. That's a pretty good, like, update on the classic fatality to make it look more gruesome. That's not bad. Already, we've only done one character, and I'm already seeing that we're in for better than we were in the 3D eras. Alright.
Liu Kang. Kung Lao.
Doom against Kung Lao.
Finish him.
Alright. Nothing burns like hellfire except maybe napalm, pitch, and boiled sugar water. Okay. I understand what this fatality is. It's supposed to be how he kills Shao Kahn. That's what it's supposed to be, like, the nod to the story. It's the story mode fatality. It's the nod to story where he punches a hole through Shao Kahn. That's fine. I just maybe would have liked to see something else. Like, punching a hole through somebody is cool. It's not easy to do, obviously, but, like...
Finish him!
Definitely could have been a bit more to that. The Beast Within. Down, down, forward, down, B. Oh, I think I know what this one is. Yeah, he turns into the Mortal Kombat dragon. Alright, that's pretty fucking cool. That's a pretty cool one. Literally turning into the Mortal Kombat dragon to eat the other opponent, like, to eat your opponent. That's pretty damn cool.
Kung Lao. Liu Kang.
These are already so much more creative than the other ones.
Finish him!
I might. Oh wait, what the hell? Oh, I was reading that wrong.
Finish him.
Would not be me if I did not somehow fuck up the fatalities. Even when they tell me how to do it. That's basically a combo of his two classic fatalities. That's actually not bad. It's a good way to like remake both of his classics and kind of put them into one one good fatality. Like either of those by themselves would not have been as not as entertaining, but like not as good as
Finish him.
So that's good. All right. What else we have? Razor's. Oh, I think I know what this one is. Am I? Hello? Down, down, 4, back X. What? Oh, it's not sweep, it's touching. They just didn't put that. Oh, this one's fucked up. Yeah. That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. The sound design in this game is better than the next two titles. I mean, yeah, for that especially, like, that one's pretty fucked up. That's not a bad one at all. Alright.
Sub-Zero.
We're seeing marketed improvements on these fatalities compared to the ones we've been seeing before. Definitely an improvement.
Finish him.
Wow. Oh, that's cool. He has like the ice shards coming up like to the torso. That's cool. It kind of just feels like an evolution of like his spine rip, but he's like, fuck it. I'm not just taking the spine anymore. I'm taking the whole ass upper torso. That's pretty cool. Spinal smash. Down, back, down. God, sweep is so close. Alright, that's pretty fucking cool. You know what that reminds me of? I think it's his deception fatality where he like rips your head off when you're frozen and throws it at your body. Like it feels like kind of like a remake of that, and I think it's really cool. The like little like step back he takes as he winds up is also nice. That was one of my favorite fatalities in Deception, so it makes sense that I would like it as much here. So spine rip. Okay. Here's a classic. I mean, yeah. That's the classic spine rip. Obviously made to look much more disgusting. I think the like remake, like the classics actually look really good in this game. Can't beat that. Yeah, you can't beat a classic like that.
Sindel. Katana.
Yeah, I think they look really good in this game. They did a good job just like doing like modern day improvements.
Finish her.
Yep. It's okay. I mean, it's a pretty short one.
Finish.
Which, yeah, Sindel kind of has something like that in Deception, didn't she? Where she, like, is a very, like, short, sweet, to the point one. Forward, upward. There we go. Alright, that's pretty cool. I feel like that's just a better version of her first one. Like, the first one wasn't bad, but that's just a better version of it. her like channeling the scream into like a force ball is like really cool. Yeah, that just felt like a marginal improvement over her. Like a very vast improvement over her, the original.
Ermac. Reptile.
Alright. Let's see what Ermac's at. So far, I'm really liking these.
Finish him.
I mean, I knew I would like these because MK9 has like some really good ones, but... There we go. That's not too bad. I feel like splitting them in half would have made more sense. Like, it's interesting that he just kind of... He somehow does like a ripping motion, it just takes the arms off.
Finish him.
Okay. What's the next one? Jump distance, 4 back, 4 down B. Oh yeah, this one. I mean, that's a pretty good one. And I feel like that makes more sense for Ermac than it ever did for Jax. The fact that this is technically originally a Jax fatality is kind of funny. But it's a pretty cool one for Ermac. Definitely makes more sense.
Reptile. Ermac.
What does Reptile
Finish
have?
him.
There you go. I'm like going a block too late. Oh. What? Why even spit down their throat if he was just gonna rip their stomach out? Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of ripping the stomach out? If you're just gonna... I'm just kind of more confused on that one, because that just felt like he set up something really cool, and then just kind of undid it. If that makes... Like, that's... Huh. I guess the description, it uses his acid spit to soften his meals before eating. Even then, that's kind of weird. I think if you want to do something like that, have him just do the acid spit over the entire opponent, not just down their mouth.
Finish him.
Like, I think they had two cool ideas. We're gonna have Reptiles spit like acid on you, so you melt, and then he takes the part he wants from you. But they also are like, what if we make it more disgusting by having him spit down their throat? And like, those are two cool ideas, and they combined them, and it just didn't work. Like, I think I can kind of see what they were going for, it just doesn't work. Oh, he also has a classic, yeah. Down, down, forward, back, X. Alright, that was pretty cool. That was cool because it was Reptile just using his whole like toolkit. He uses invisibility to be like a silent assassin, and then uses like his force ball to just blow you up. Like that felt much better. That felt much more cohesive, you know. Like they knew what they were doing the whole time. Back, back, forward, down, Yep. Oh god, the way the head went down. I mean, like, yeah, I'll stand by it. The classics just look really good in this game. They did a really good job putting these in there. They look really good. Especially with like the classic costumes, they look even better.
Katana. Sindel.
What does Katana have in this game?
Finish her.
Let's see. It was quick. It was effective. I think it gets the point across pretty well. That wasn't terrible as much as it was just kind of like lackluster. Forward down, yeah, forward back.
Finish her.
Alright, that was pretty cool. Hold on. I think that one was better because it utilized the fact that they're fans. So, like, the stabbing in and then opening up and, like, in them, I think was a lot better. You know, I'll say this, at least there's a common trend where characters, even if they don't have two, like, really good fatalities, they usually have one really good fatality. And even their more lackluster one is still better than what we saw in the 3D era, like in Deception.
Johnny Cage.
Like, I feel like we're doing better, you know?
Sub-Zero.
Like, we're definitely doing a lot better than we did in the 3D era.
Finish him.
Watch this.
Alright. Classic decapitation. Oh yeah, that's his other fatality where he just rips your upper half off. I mean, I guess it's a good way to kind of merge two classic fatalities into one. How he rips your upper half off with like nothing holding your legs down is impressive. Let's see, it's a cool way to do his classic. I remember what his second one is, and I already know I'm gonna love it because his second one's really damn good.
Finish him.
Watch this. And the award goes to...
Like, that is just Johnny Cage. That is just Johnny Cage's arrogance in a nutshell. Chopping your head in half and then sticking an award into, like, the mess he made. That is a good Johnny Cage fatality. It's nothing too flashy or special, but it is just... It's what this character is.
Jade. Melina.
To be honest, I don't remember what Jade does in this game, and I don't know if that's a bad thing or not.
Finish her.
Too easy. Yeah. Yeah.
That was okay. Definitely could have done more with her, like, boomerang. I mean... I'm gonna say this, and it might come across as really mean. That felt like a 3D era fatality. That felt like a fatality from Deception. Like, oh boy, that was... Ew. Back down, back down.
Too easy.
Yeah.
That one was better. I think that one just kind of had more to it. It was a more clever use of her weapon. That was better. I did not mean to restart. Hang on.
Melina. Jade.
Alright, let's see what Melina has for fatalities. Hopefully something better than Deception, because good God, she might have had one of the worst fatalities in Deception, but aside from Raiden.
Finish her.
So please just have something better than what you had in Deception. Not sure about the end there, but that was basically her Deception fatality where she throws the size at you. But they realized how bad that was, and they're like, okay, let us cook. We're gonna put a bit more in this, and it actually came out way better. Like, that's what it should have been in Deception to start with. The fact that we had to wait till MK9 to get the proper one was a little interesting. Backward, back to A. I mean, they're utilizing her size and all of this. That's cool. I'll say it again. That's a Deception fatality, man. It's like, it starts out promising and has a really cool, like, concept, but I feel like they don't do as much as they could, you know? Like, there's definitely more you can do to that fatality to make it way better.
Nightwolf.
Alright, Nightwolf, come on, man. You need a good fatality, Nightwolf. Break
Johnny
the curse.
Cage.
You deserve a good fatality. You've been long overdue.
Finish him.
Oh, come on. Nightwolf. Like, yeah, it's not terrible. It utilizes the axes pretty cool, like, in a cool kind of way. But, like, again, it's just so boring. Why does Nightwolf get such boring fatalities? He's such a cool character and concept, and they don't do him justice. The legs really planned. Oh, yeah, with Melia's fatality, yeah. The legs, yeah, somehow she really stuck them legs into the floor with them size. Come on, Nightwolf. You can have a good fatality. I know you can. MK11, I know. Like, I can't wait till we get to MK11 because I know his fatalities are really fucking good there. Down, down. Be a good one. Okay. See, that was better. That was better. Was it, like, the most mind-blowing thing in the world for Nightwolf? No. Was it a marginally better fatality? Yes. Like, utilize his powers. Utilize his lore. I'm glad he finally got something that was good. I just wish we saw more of that. Kotal Khan. I'm sure that that's probably what inspired Kotal Khan. And, like, that kind of... I'm sure Kotal... Honestly, I think Kotal Khan in MK, like, X... is kind of meant to be like Nightwolf. Because they do have similar kind of, like, the beams of light and all that. The only difference is Kotal Khan in his first appearance actually had good fatalities. Which we'll see in MK when we get to MKX tomorrow, but man. You know, at least Nightwolf got, like, one, like, better than okay fatality. I'll take that. I'll gladly take that.
Sector.
The man's been suffering for so long, he needed something good like that.
Finish him.
Alright. I'm not saying that's bad, but Deception has desensitized me to that kind of fucking fatality, because we saw it like 3 or 4 fucking times. Like, had we not seen that fatality in Deception 3 or 4 goddamn times, I would have loved that so much more, because I think that's a stylistically way cooler way of doing it. Like, it's still good. It's still a good fatality. But, man. Deception has broken me.
Finish him.
Alright, what's his next one? Oh, I think I know what his next one is, and actually, yeah, the net one. Back down, back for X. I mean, that's pretty fucking cool. I like that, because that's just a good way to do his net. That's a pretty cool one. Honestly, in terms of like supers and like finishers, the robots so far have some of the best. Like obviously we still have to see like Sector's like fatalities, but like both their X-rays were pretty fucking cool. And both of Cyrax's fatalities were extremely solid. So yeah, we're definitely like
New Cybot. Smoke.
we're cooking right now. We're definitely doing better here.
Finish him.
Oh boy, time for what many say is the most gruesome fatality. I mean, it's pretty fucked up. That is a pretty fucked up fatality to split you from the bottom up. It's definitely messed up. I don't think they're wrong in saying that that's like the most disgusting fatality in this game. And coming from Noob Saibot of all people, it makes a lot of sense. Even Ed Boon was bothered by that. Yeah, it's definitely like messed up. If I remember, Noob Saibot actually has the pleasure of having like two. Can I do this right? Even Noob Saibot has the pleasure of having two pretty good fatalities in this game, which is kind of a rarity for some characters. There we go. I figure we'll jump one. The crawling. I mean, it does a good job of showing that Noob Saibot's an asshole. In case you couldn't figure that one out, Noob Saibot is a fucking asshole. Right. Time for smoke.
Smoke.
I mean, we gotta just do...
New Cybot.
We gotta just do Smoke's, like, regular default costume in this game. He was an asshole before he died, too. That is true.
Finish him.
God, bring back Smoke's anime hair, dude. I'll say it again. It was too good in this game. It's pretty damn cool. I mean, that's pretty fucking cool. He literally just steams you. Just steams your insides.
Finish him.
I don't hate Smoke's fatality that we've seen for MK, like, that we've seen so far for Mortal Kombat 1. Like, the one they showed at the end of his trailer. I didn't explain how Smoke is a demon taking the form of a human. Maybe, maybe not. He seems to have, like, the same lore as he did in Mortal Kombat, like, the original timeline, so... Maybe they'll talk about it. It'd be cool if they did. Back, down, forward, Y. Yeah, I hope Smoke has a fatality that's kind of like these ones. I mean, it's basically just a variation of his first fatality, but it is still good. I think, again, Smoke has two very solid fatalities in this game. I think he's overall just very solid.
Sector.
Human, Sector...
Cyrax. Finish him.
Robo-Sec. That's cool. The multiple camera angles really sell that one. They make that a lot better. They sell how good that is. That's a pretty good fatality for Sector. It's very cinematic and
Finish him.
and takes a very like simple idea and makes it look way better. Down, forward, back X. Yeah, it's also Jesus Christ. I'll say it again. The robots have some of the best specials in this game. Like, they really wanted Cyrax and Sector to... I mean, considering this is, like, their last, like, main roster appearance they would have for the next 4 games, seemingly. it makes sense they would really want to make this outing really good for them. He has a scarecrow for Halloween. Yeah, they definitely knew we were they definitely knew we're not bringing back Cyrax and Sector for a while on the main roster. Let's make this count.
Sonya. Jax.
Time for Sonya.
Finish him.
Mission accomplished.
Here we go. I mean, it's simple, but it's effective. Thank you, Suck. I don't know why we stared at her for that long. It's a simple one, but it's effective at the same time.
Finish.
What does she have? Down, back forward, back.
Mission accomplished.
I gotta remember this isn't the 3D era, so I don't have to like input them at the speed of sound. Seeing 2 reasons why Sonya rose in the ranks so quickly. Make up your mind about what? Yeah, dude, them fucking thighs. She got them Chun-Li like legs. The fucking Chun-Li power thighs, where she can just do whatever. I think Sonya's fatalities are okay. I mean, for Sonya, I think they're good, but I think for, like, other characters, we might want to see more. But I think just, like, because Sonya's all about... I think we could have seen, like, her energy rings. I think that would have been cool. Does she have Kiss of Death in this game? Does Sonya have Kiss of Death? I don't think she does. I think Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Reptile... I think they're the only ones with the classic fatality. I think so, yeah. I think they're the only ones with classic fatalities.
Jax.
One to Jax. But yeah, I think like just seeing someone with like her energy rings would have been cool.
Finish her.
Okay. What a weird input. They really like doing the merging 2 classic fatalities into one, admittedly really good fatality. Like again, like they're just taking 2 like old fatalities that by today's standards don't hold up as well, and combining them in a good way. I think that one would have made more sense if he kind of ripped your arms off first and then smashed your head, because the arm rip feels a bit weird to do after they're already dead. But it's still a cool fatality, and it's a good way to bring back his, what he was known for. 3 points. What is this?
Finish her.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. I think what sells that fatality so well is the first kick not working. Like, him kicking you in the face the first time and nothing happens, I think really sells that one. We'll see when we get to MK11 when I show those off, but, MK11 Kano has his fatal blow, where at one point in the fatal blow, he just kicks you in the ribs real quick for seemingly no reason. And, like, even when you look at the damage of, like, the super, it does, like, nothing. Like, it does, like, no damage. But the kick is so just unnecessary that you're like, yeah, that's fucking Kano. You're like, yeah, that's just Kano.
Sonya.
Just an asshole, just throwing in an extra, like, cheap shot whenever he can. And it's one of those things that, like, it makes it better, it sells it better. She got Kano. And yeah, it's pretty cool. That's pretty fucking cool. Again, it just, you're remaking his classic one, you're making it better. Him showing them their heart is pretty cool. Down, down, forward, back. Oh. What? How does he get your head to stay there? That was so quick, I couldn't even properly follow what was happening. I think I definitely liked his first one better. That one was just kind of weird. It was so fast. Alright.
Striker.
That threw me onto Striker. Huh.
Finish him.
Alright. I mean, that's okay.
Finish him.
I mean, when you just boil it down to the base thing, he's just tasing you and then shooting you. There's not really much you can do to make that look really, like, impressive. Alright. Strikeout. Alright, have a blast. 4 down, right trigger. What you got for your second one, Striker? Alright, that's pretty cool. For Striker, that's pretty cool. And he gets his little badass action pose. Good job, Striker. We're proud of you.
Shang Tsung. Baraka.
Alright. If I remember, Shang Tsung has a...
Finish him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this first one is a reference to an old game, so... Yeah. So... This Fatality is a reference to MK vs. DC, a game that I haven't played yet. And mostly because I couldn't find a way to play it, like, nowadays. Like, without going out of my way to get an Xbox, like, 360 and all that. But, in that game, Joker basically has this exact Fatality. The only difference is that it cuts away before the like, second gunshot. So, like, because that game was rated T for teens, so there's no gore. So this is basically just that version, like, it's basically just the gory version of that Fatality, like what you didn't see. It's the Mortal Kombat version of that Fatality.
Finish him.
Which admittedly is pretty funny, but I feel like if you don't know about MK vs. DC and you don't know that, that's a very weird Fatality to have. That's pretty cool. Making you rip your own head off. That's pretty cool. That feels like when Quan Chi makes you like snap your neck in his X-ray.
Baraka.
I like that. That's cool.
Shang Tsung.
I'm just really liking all these fatalities, man. These are just so much better.
Finish him.
Like, these are just such vast improvements. I do like the detail that your body's still sitting on the blade. That's a good little touch, that he doesn't, like, take the body off the blade. Alright, Baraka, that wasn't bad. Can't say I would know Baraka to have, like, some impressive fatalities, so we take what we can get.
Finish him.
There we go. That's a pretty good one. That's actually a pretty creative one for Baraka. Alright, Baraka.
Raiden.
He had some good ones. Which is shocking, because you don't really think of Baraka as having good fatalities. Just kind of... He does his thing, and you're like, oh yeah, that's cool.
Finish him.
You remember when Cabal did this in Deception, and I thought, man, that would have made more sense if he, like, split them down the middle and not in half like he does. This is what I was referring to. This is, again, just his fatality from Deception, but they actually kind of knew what they were doing with this one, and it came out way better. Like, that's just a much better version of his fatality Deception. Down, down, back forward. Block. You. Him just saying, I don't really feel like doing anything. I'm just gonna eviscerate you and let you fall. That was basically just Cabal's little lazy fatality where he was just he didn't feel like working today. He wanted you to do all the work for him.
Raiden. Cabal.
Alright, Raiden, I swear to God, if you have a fatality where you blow yourself up with your own lightning, I am just gonna stop the game.
Finish him.
We won't even look at the rest of the fatalities. I'm just going to leave the game and end stream. I think the start of that was really cool. The ending was kind of lackluster. They could just use more lightning. MK11, they realized, oh yeah, he's fast. Yeah, MK11, they realized, oh yeah, Cabal should have, like, speed in his fatalities. Alright, transplant.
Him.
Oh. That was pretty cool. That was a good use of his lightning. Like, shocking, like, 2 parts of your body and then using that to detonate those, those parts. That was cool.
Sub-Zero.
That was, like, more lightning-focused.
Sub-Zero.
Which I kind of wish his first one was more just all about his lightning. Hey, you know, anything to make it so he doesn't just kill himself or in-game with his own fatality.
Finish him.
He doesn't unalive himself with his own fatality. I hate Cyber Sub-Zero. I think it's an interesting idea for a character. It just shouldn't have not have been its own slot in the roster. Okay, so Raiden said, I'm not going to take myself out with my own fatality, but Cyber Sub did. He basically just did Cyrax's fatality from the original games where he detonates himself, but then he just threw ice in there. I guess that's, I mean, at least it like was something Cyber Sub-Zero does, but
Finish.
like they threw ice in there, so it was kind of specific to him, but it was not as great. And down, back down X. Oh yeah, this one. That is a pretty cool fatality. I mean, anyone can really do that, but that's a pretty fucking, like, the X-ray into the head, followed by their body just, like, hitting instant rigor mortis. That's a pretty fucking good fatality. Interesting that it was given to Cyber Sub-Zero, but I think that's fine. That was a pretty good one. We're near the end here. We're near the end.
Finish him.
There we go. Oh, God. Jesus. I think that's the first skinned fatality we've seen, so that's pretty cool. That was pretty cool. What else does she have? 4x4 back B. There we go. Just making you kick your own ass. I assume the idea is that she used your own arm to break your neck there. I think that's what that last impact hit was supposed to be. But I did feel we were kind of missing, like, that final impact hit that really sold that, like, this is a fatality. It's, again, started off really good and then just kind of, like, didn't end as strong as it started. Like, we were like, if she maybe, like, used your own hand to hit your head off, that would have been way better. The sound of most men when they view Shiva content. God.
Quan Chi Shiva.
Listen, man, I'm looking at the fatalities. I'm not looking at the booba.
Finish her.
Oh yeah, doesn't he have his MK4 fatality in this? Yeah. This is a pretty great fatality. Again, as many people point out whenever this fatality comes up, Quan Chi is a sorcerer. He can literally do anything to you. And he decides, fuck it, I'm gonna rip your leg off and beat you with it till the end of time.
Finish her.
You better have... Dude, I hope he has that in MK1. I think it's kind of like a prerequisite that whenever Quan Chi is in the game, he's gotta have that fatality. It just makes sense. They didn't give it to him in MKX, and it was just sad. Like, that should just be a requirement. If Quan Chi's in the game, he has to do that. It's so good. Oh. Okay, thank you, Quan Chi. Man, you know what I think of when I see this immediately? That's just Scorpion's fatality, but from with a different camera angle. At least he has one good fatality in this game, but man, that was very bad. That's another Deception fatality. Like, that's like on the level of fucking Shujinko from Ascension. Ascension? The fuck did what did I just say? Deception. I wish I was ascending right now. Yeah, that definitely felt like Shujinko's fatality from, like, Deception, where he just chops you up because he didn't have anything unique to him. Alright. On to the DLCs. I play MK Ascension. I want to know what the fuck Mortal Kombat Ascension would even be.
Finish him.
Okay, let's see what you got, Scarlet. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know, that makes sense because the whole lore of Scarlet, specifically in this game, is that apparently she absorbs your blood through her skin. That's why they actually have a lore reason as to why she wears, like, no clothing in this game. And it's because, she, like, absorbs blood through her skin, and that's what keeps her alive. What does Scarlet got? She has a venereal disease. I did actually like the detail of, like, the first blade she sticks into you. She just kind of sticks it in your ear, but doesn't, like, stab you all the way in the head. Like, she stabs you enough that you're stuck on the blade, but not enough that it would kill you. It's actually kind of a nice detail.
Finish him.
Alright. What else does she have? Make it rain. Oh, don't do that, Scarlet. Oh. Okay, so it's kind of, yeah. I mean, they're basically the same thing, just in two ways of doing it. Which I guess makes sense, because that's kind of her shtick. I think they're okay. I mean, they're gory as shit. I'm not gonna say, like, they're not gory.
Kenshi. Scarlet.
They're definitely. I think they're just okay. I think the second one's a bit better because it's a bit more like cinematic.
Finish her.
What you got, Kenshi? That's cool. I already. Okay, that's cool. That might be one of my favorite fatalities so far. He shouldn't cut his bowels open. Jesus. That might be one of my favorite fatalities so far. The little, like, breaking the fourth wall and the chop at the end is really well done.
Finish her.
I think so far Kenji has my favorite. Split ends. Back forward, down forward, going. Alright, that was pretty cool too. Definitely much simpler than his first one, but still a cool one. The slow-mo, I think, really helps it. Here's how bad you lost. Yeah, Kenji's basically showing everybody, here's how badly this person got their ass kicked.
Rain.
I'm gonna broadcast this whole failure.
Freddy Krueger.
These DLCs actually have some good ones, I will say. Like, I know I kind of said Scarlet's were okay. They're still pretty good, though. Especially compared to, like, the main roster. You would think Rain played with water balloons as a child. Strangely, he did not. Not the Rain lore. Oh. I can't say I expected that, so I'll give him credit for that one. That definitely went a direction I was not thinking. I feel like there was kind of a lack of, like, gore on that one. It's mostly water weight. Yeah, I mean, like, that's the first one we've seen where it's like an explosion, but there was not, like, just chunks and blood flying everywhere. It was mostly just water.
Finish it.
I'm not sure if that was, like, intentional or if that was kind of an accident. Unless you got Rain. Oh, that's cool. Alright, that one's pretty cool. I think that that's his better fatality. That one's actually really fucking cool. The water sword, I think, might be my favorite part of that.
Freddy Krueger. Rain.
Like, again, they're just getting more creative with them, and that's kind of what you want, is just more creativity. Freddy Krueger's finger blades are deadly, not just in the realm of nightmares. Tell him Freddy sent you. That's cool. That's a cool little nod to the first movie with Glenn's death. I like that. That's a good one. Good thing Sub-Zero and Rain can't manipulate the liquid inside fighters' bodies. No, it's Scarlet's job. She's all about the blood. They literally made a whole character just to acknowledge that, yeah, we have a fighter that can do that.
Finish him.
Imagine Rain just takes control of your piss. Like, Mortal Kombat's just fucking around at that point. What? Is that sweet? Was I reading that wrong? Oh, it must be closer. There we go. Don't piss on Ninja Streets. That's also a really good one. Freddy using his own backstory to kill you. That's a good one. That's the last one. Alright. To kind of go over, like, MK9 and their I mean, this game was just way better. This game was just much better on the fatalities. Especially coming off, like, Deception, which... They got Robert Englund to do Freddy sounds here. They might have. But to be fair, he doesn't really talk. so you can't really tell if it's Robert Englund or Jackie Earle Haley. It's supposed to be Jackie Earle Haley's Freddy, because the reason he's in this game is it was to promote the new Nightmare on Elm Street reboot that came out the same year. That's why he's in the game in the first place. So it might just be Jackie Earle Haley like grunts, but it also could be Robert Englund grunts. I don't really know. But yeah, coming off of Deception, where I felt there was such a lack of creativity on the fatalities, and like, yes, there was utilization of the characters' moves, but not to a degree that felt like they understood just what these characters could do. Aside from a couple stinkers here and there, like Quan Chi's second fatality, Scorpion's first fatality, like Jade's first fatality, another one, Melina's second one. I think those are like the big standout bad ones. Like, aside from just a couple stinkers here and there, and a few fatalities that just didn't quite make sense, the majority of these were miles, leagues better than we got in Deception. Because it just felt like they understood the characters better here, and they knew... Like, it felt like they just had a better grasp on, this is what these characters are capable of, we're gonna just let them go all out in their fatalities. Like, I think we definitely got better going from... I mean, obviously there was MK vs. DC, but I'm saying, like, from Deception to MK9, because MK vs. DC was a team-rated game, and those fatalities are just really bad in general. So, like, going from R-rated to R-rated, or, like, or I guess, a rated M to rated M game, definitely a vast improvement. Like, across the board. Like, even the bad, like... Even, like, the pretty bad fatalities still had better, like, gore and still, like, much better effects than some of the ones in Deception. That I even if they were really bad, I didn't mind it that much. Like, I mean, I think Kenshi is my favorite. I think Scatterbrain from Kenshi, the one where he beats you against the camera, that's an easy, like, #1 for me. It's either going to be that or it's going to be one of the cyborgs. I think they just have the best fatalities in these games. Or in this game, sorry. Like, they just fucking nailed it with these. And that's saying something because there's a lot of good ones. Like, I think Cyber Sub's, like, Shuriken one, where he puts the Shuriken in your head and, like, your body freezes on the spot. I think that's a damn good one. Just because of, like, the way it's done. Obviously, Noob Saibot's Make-A-Wish, where he splits you in half. That's just fucking gruesome as hell. Both the Smoke's fatalities are pretty good. I like both of them. Like, we just took such a major step up when it came to these fatalities. And I know fatalities, it's like, it's the key feature of Mortal Kombat, but it doesn't make or break a game. I don't think Deception's a bad game because the fatalities are bad. I don't like Deception for other personal reasons. The biggest one being I'm not a big fan of 3D era fight. I'm not a big fan of 3D fighters. But I don't think fatalities make or break a game. But I think if you're gonna make your game built around these finishers, like, every character has to be able to utilize the most of what they have. Because, like, if there's a chance you're going to end up seeing one of these at the end of the game, you want it to be entertaining, and you want it to basically represent your fighter. I think that's kind of why the fatalities are so important nowadays. For, like, a few... like that's why fatalities are just important in these games in general, is because when you win in a match, whether it be offline or online, you want to represent your character, you want to represent your fighter, and you want them to finish your opponent in a way that shows, like, this is my character, this is what they can do. This is why I love this character. And I think this game understands that a lot better than some of the older ones. Like, I think we have a much better representation of character in these fatalities than we've seen in Deadly Alliance and Deception. I'm trying to remember, like, MKX fatalities. I think MKX is definitely a much more graphic game. At this time, I can't really say for sure if it's got better fatalities. We'll just have to wait and see when we get there. We'll probably end up doing those tomorrow. I guess technically today. Since it's already 12 o'clock, but yeah, this is gonna be a shorter stream anyways. I guess it's not even that short. It's almost 2 hours, but I did not think it was gonna take that long. I mean, it definitely was a shorter one than it could have been. But yeah, I think that. Let me go ahead and switch over to the thing. There we go. Yeah, I definitely think MK9 the biggest step forward for these. Like, I can't wait to kind of like take a look at MKX and MK11 and see like, and look at their supers and X-rays and kind of see like how much did those change. Like, we had a big leap from Deception to 9. I want to see what kind of a leap we'll see going from 9 to 10, like the direct sequel, and seeing just how much those changed. If really they changed dramatically at all. But yeah, I mean, I see why this game is loved by so many people. Personally, this is not my favorite Mortal Kombat. I don't know if I could tell you what my favorite Mortal Kombat is. It kind of goes between 10 and 11. I spent definitely more time on 10, but 11 I definitely was better at. I think I like both equally as as tied for my #1, but I see why people love this game so much. I personally I think it's really good. Just don't think it's the best. But that's just personal opinion. That's just personal takes. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it off. I'm gonna see if there's anybody. Give me 1 second. Oh, he's still going, huh? I'm sure some of the people that are in here were also in Bart's stream, but we'll go ahead and send you guys back over there. Because Bart's great. He's an awesome dude, and I kind of want to repay the favor of rating him, because he's done so much for me and helping me kind of grow. And I can't thank him enough, and I feel bad that I can't really show that same support to him, but I'll send you guys back over there, and you guys can watch some Dead by Daylight. Thank you for coming out, though. You guys have a good night.